Peyton, thanks. New research done right here in South Carolina has unveiled some patterns about school shootings.
They have found they are rarer than we might realize, and typically they are not mass shootings.
As State House reporter Mary Green explains, this research could lead to strategies to stop gun violence.
A study co-led by a University of South Carolina professor with assistance from USC students found school shooters in the U.S. are typically young men who get their hands on an unsecured weapon.
We found some patterns that are pretty striking, as well as consistent with what we know about youth firearms violence more generally.
Brent Klein, an assistant professor of criminology at USC, co-led this research for the last several years after realizing there wasn't a whole lot of empirical data available about school shootings in the U.S. Their research identified trends about when and where school shootings happen, who shooters typically are, and how they access guns.
About 42% of them had taken firearms from a relative, and that firearm was used directly in the school shooting.
Klein says they're doing more analysis to hone in on policies and laws that can effectively prevent these shootings, but says it's fair to hypothesize that properly securing guns can help.
Not much work has directly seen if these laws are effective for school shootings specifically. But nonetheless, I do think that there is, survey research shows that there's wide support for safe storage practices. And so that could be a promising avenue for school shootings.
South Carolina is among the states that do not require gun owners to do this, but a bipartisan bill filed at the State House would change that. If enacted, a person could face up to 3 years in prison if they did not securely lock up their loaded gun, and a child accesses it, shoots it, and causes serious injury or death to themselves or someone else.
We lock up so many things. Or we prevent our children from gaining access to so many dangerous things in our home or car or whatever it may be. And so why won't we do it for a gun?
Democratic Representative Beth Bernstein acknowledges it's hard to pass gun safety laws in South Carolina, where expanding gun access is typically the focus.
This is not about whether or not you have a right to bear arms. This is about saving our children and our youth from gun violence. And it's important that we have responsible gun safety laws on our books.
And more than half of all states already have this type of law in effect, including North Carolina, Florida, and Texas. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
Now, Brent Klein says their research shows a one-size-fits-all approach likely won't stop school shootings, but he adds that strategies like training teachers and school counselors to know when someone is showing they're in crisis and how to get them behavioral help could be effective.